Patriarchy is a system. It is a system where men hold the power. They hold power over women. This power imbalance affects many areas of life. It affects work, it affects home, and it affects relationships. Patriarchy hurts everyone. It hurts women by limiting their choices. It hurts men by forcing them into rigid roles. In India, patriarchy is deeply rooted. It is visible in many aspects of society. It affects how girls are raised. It affects how women are treated. It influences laws and customs. It shapes beliefs and values. Patriarchy thrives on silence. It thrives on the idea that things have always been this way. But we can challenge these norms. We can question these beliefs. We can create a fairer society for everyone. Dowry and arranged marriages are deeply ingrained in Indian culture. They are often seen as traditional practices, but these practices can also be tools of control. They can perpetuate gender inequality. Dowry, the practice of giving gifts or money to the groom's family, can burden the bride's family. It can lead to financial strain and even violence. Although illegal, dowry remains a common practice. It highlights the lower value placed on women. Arranged marriages are common in India. Families play a significant role in finding partners for their children. While some may find happiness in arranged marriages, others face pressure and limited choice. This lack of agency reinforces patriarchal norms. These practices raise important moral questions. They challenge us to examine their impact on women's lives. We must ask ourselves if these traditions serve a purpose or perpetuate harm. When a woman experiences sexual violence, she deserves support. She deserves justice. Instead, she often faces blame. Society questions her clothing, her behavior, and her choices. This is victim blaming. It is a second injustice. Victim blaming shifts responsibility from the perpetrator to the victim. It makes women afraid to report abuse. It allows perpetrators to escape accountability. It perpetuates a culture of silence. We must challenge the narratives that blame victims. We must create a space where survivors feel safe to come forward. We must hold perpetrators accountable for their actions. Only then can we begin to dismantle the culture of silence. Virginity and purity are often seen as measures of a woman's worth. These concepts are deeply rooted in patriarchal norms. They place unfair expectations on women. They control their sexuality. The obsession with a woman's virginity is deeply problematic. It ignores her agency and reduces her to her sexual history. It perpetuates the idea that a woman's worth is tied to her purity. This is unacceptable. We must challenge these double standards. We must reject the notion that a woman's worth is tied to her sexuality. We must create a society where women are free to make choices about their bodies and their lives.